cleaning up the honey harvest. You can't even see what's there for all the bees. I put out my filters after I had pulled all the wax out of them. So this container, and that container all are full of honey, sticky honey wax, and that are what the wax was emptied out of. So of course there's honey left in all of that. I put this down about 20 minutes ago, and it only took that long for an entire cocktail party of bees to come. But as a tip, this is a great way to get your wax cleaned off and to benefit the bees. The bees get the honey instead of it getting washed down the drain. And when it's all done, the wax will be just flaky and I'll be able to put my fingers in it. They will work on this until all the honey is gone. Sometimes I come out and stir the wax a little bit. Not right now because I've just started, but sometimes I come out and stir the wax a little bit because some stickier parts are underneath the top layers. But isn't this just remarkable? And once the wax is clean, I'll put it in my solar wax melter. Many of these bees are coming from my own backyard. I can see them flying over the fence. I don't know if you can in this video, but they're coming from the hives that I have in my backyard. There are about 7 hives in my backyard, and they are coming. It's like a teenager when you leave them home alone and go out of town. The bees very quickly tell their friends who tell their friends who tell their friends who tell their friends, and it becomes a giant bee cocktail party. But like I'm saying, I think many of them are coming from my own backyard. By putting this in the front yard and not beside one of the hives, it lowers the chance of robbing getting started. This is what that looks like to neighbors walking by. I'm sure they're kind of horrified. It's been about an hour and a half since I put this out here, and now there are less bees, and that's because there's less honey to be had. The early bird gets the worm in this case, so they got lots of goodies at the very beginning, but now the filters are pretty dry, so there are not as many bees in the filter area, and the piled up wax is also a little bit dry. In a little while I'll bring a fork out and stir it around to get some of the stickier parts from the bottom up to the top. Up close you can see how flaky the wax is becoming. This has been out here. There's still a few bees. I took the filters inside and cleaned them, but some of the wax had melted into the filters, which I forgot to think about. So I've turned them upside down so that maybe the wax will melt and just fall into the cardboard. Hope you learned something. Be sure to like and subscribe below and come for the next one.